feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved. I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to the Nudelberg Daily Huddle. This is a fabulous week because everybody starts focusing on stuff they should be focusing on all year, which is gratitude.
I know. I always think it's funny to have this conversation like, oh, now everybody's thankful. Now everybody's full of gratitude.
Oh, I'm so grateful for you.
That's so. And what's interesting, I was on a board meeting last week, and we were talking about gratitude. And I just shared with everybody. I was like, I do it every morning. Like, I write down 3 things. And one of the other board members shot me a note the next morning, like, hey, Mark, I heard what you said. I did it this morning too. This is great. Thank you. And then, so then I shared it, I shared it on LinkedIn as well. Cause I was like, this is just a practice you should do. It's something that it's a high performing habit.
A high performing habit. It just absolutely centers you, grounds you, puts you in a great place. But let's call it what it is. Everybody's focusing on it this week. So let's get in that gratitude game. Grateful for spending time with you guys yesterday at the game, man. That was
1,000%
super
great.
cool to have all of us. I mean, how cool is Kai, man? He flies in for the game.
Unreal life Kai lives. Kai flies in, lands at like 7:30 a.m. We take a Suburban back to the house, so he rides in style. He plays with Jules for a couple hours, and then we're at the Dolphin game, tailgating, throwing the football around, eating sandwiches. And he gets to watch a great first half of a Dolphin game and see a win, and just an unreal life he's got. So he's here for the week, awesome, and lots of good brotherly time happening.
Yeah,
it was a literal first tailgate in the Jeep.
That's right. And we got to break in the Jeep yesterday because Shea Money made it happen for us, which was a blast. I really enjoyed throwing the football around, knocking back a couple of beers, having a sandwich and some chips. It was a blast.
I had we deliberately, and this is, with intention, Friday night spent time with Howard Levine and his awesome lady, Sherry. And then Saturday night spent time with the Newman, Steve and Lori. And, one of the things I'm most grateful for is the network of friends that I have, just the camaraderie, it was just great. We laughed, we talked, we went to a great new steakhouse, Daniel's, which Jake participated in that on Saturday night and saw what everybody was talking about. Lots of stuff went on in sports. We're going to talk a little bit about Deion, but the Dolphins are back in the story, I guess.
Dolphins get 3 in a row. Their hopes stay alive. And if you heard Tua after the game, you get a chance to go rewrite narratives, as he would say, because the narrative is they can't play in cold weather, and they're going to have to go play in cold weather on prime time against the playoff caliber football team. So it's a playoff game. It's a true playoff game. So Thursday night,
good teams can't play in the cold,
All of it. So you get a chance to prove everybody wrong, or we'll be the same old Dolphins. Either way, one or the other will happen on Thursday night.
Super fun, though.
The Gators got a big win.
What's that?
The Gators got a big win.
I was just going to say, all 3 college, the 3 major colleges in the state of Florida won. Congratulations to you, my boy.
Thanks. We beat Charleston Southern. Thanks. Appreciate it. Right? And it was like 3-0 in the second quarter. I was like, oh man.
So Todd Stevens is a real fan. So, still a fan no matter what. You got a great quarterback. You guys will get draft picks. You guys will rebuild that team. Jake said it. When we saw the uniform on the field, you'd basically go, oh, shit.
Yeah, you remember those days of Tom Brady. And Jonathan Aaron says, rock, chalk, Jayhawk. I know we're going to talk about Deion later in the show, but I want to talk about the Kansas Jayhawks because they, for 3 weeks in a row, have beaten ranked opponents. Made history. They've become the only FBS football team unranked to beat 3 ranked opponents in a row. And I think that speaks a lot to people's mindsets and where they are right now. End of November, going into December, your year may be shot. There may be absolutely no possibility of you reaching your goal. Same for the Jayhawks, not the season they wanted, not going to be able to make the Big 12 championship, not going to be able to do that. That has not stopped them from buying into the process and doing what they need to do week in, week out, and are playing at a very high level. You get to choose. Your behavior is who you are. Their behavior is we're going to do what we need to do to try to be successful, and we'll let the results speak for themselves. So no matter what, no matter what's possibly out there, who are you when you really show up every day? It's super cool to see.
I love that. I really do. I think there's so many great stories, and it's Thanksgiving, and, these are the kind of behaviors that if you can capture them now and then duplicate them, repeatable behaviors. There's a coffee shop because this is a morning show. We all have our cup of Joe, but this is a fabulous way to be intentional about changing your day.
I am not trying to seduce you. When I dance, they call me Macarena, and the boys they say que soy buena. They all want me, they can't have me, so they all come and dance beside me. Move with me, chant with me, and if you're good, I'll take you home with me.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.
I want to know the backstory. Why is everybody
here
dancing?
you go, man. They gave out free coffee to anybody who came in the store dancing.
Oh, that's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's like, and all those people, what did they do? They went to wherever they went and said, hey, I got free coffee because I danced.
Yeah. Well, unbelievable. So, I mean, great marketing play, right? Like the cost of that marketing is the free coffee you're giving away, and you're making people feel good. Like, you talk about what your brand stands for. That's amazing. I love it.
It's so simple. It's creating the experience. It's not about coffee. You're not getting that at Starbucks anymore. Sorry. Nobody makes eye contact with you. They spell your name wrong. You get shitty burnt coffee, but I'm still there. Crazy. It's just nuts. Let's wake this thing up. We got a lot of great content. You got to stick around to hear the comments from Deion Sanders. He continues to lead with integrity and innovation and just fantasticness. Wake us up, Shay.
Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up. Come on, come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more doctor thinking, time of thinking ahead. Come on.
All right.
Before we do, Tom Nolan asks, can I show everybody the dance moves? No, Tom, the dancing is not free. I am always dancing in the back room as videos of music get played. So if you would like to see the dancing, you have to schedule your time as Huddler in the hot seat so
There we
that
go.
you can be on the show and ensure that you get to see the dancing in the back room.
The lineup is filling quickly for 2025. So I expect to see Tom and you dancing away as we do every day. And if there's one habit that if you're not doing it, this is the time to do it, is to fill your head with affirmations, good thoughts, and nobody better than Mel Robbins. Would you read this?
Love your effing life. Take pictures of everything. Tell people you love them. Talk to random strangers. Do things you're scared to do. F it. because so many of us die and no one remembers a thing we did. Take your life and make it the best story in the world. Don't waste that shit.
So, first of all, if you're not following Mel Robbins, I don't understand why. I mean, this is a person that experienced, tragic failure in her life, turned it around, all in mindset. I have a great story with her. I was speaking in Cleveland. I get up early as I normally do. I go down to the coffee shop. I'm waiting for it to open. And there's a lady there that obviously just rolled out of bed. And I'm not starting a conversation with her because she looks like shit. So I just got to do my thing. I let her go first. She gets her thing. And in my head, I'm going, wow, man, you got to have a lot of balls to come downstairs looking like that. I had no idea who it was, man.
It's Mel Robbins.
I go into the speaker's room, man. I was like, oh, shit. It was Mel Robbins. I was like, oh, man, crazy. Okay, so, every week, we try and take moments that happen in real life and take the lesson from them. I don't think there's a better one than Deion. Show me Deion.
It's not one of you can say you played your best game. Nobody in here can say you gave the maximum effort. You gave it all you could. It's nobody. And you see the result. See, the problem is you got intoxicated with success. And success is intoxicating. You start believing what they're saying. You start listening more to what they're saying. You bought into all that foolishness that you were this. And you went out there and we got humble. Coaches, players, everyone, we went out there and got humbled. But it is what it is. Where you go from here? Where you go from here? Like, where do you go from here? That's the critical thing. What do you do with this moment? What do you glean from this moment? What do you learn from this moment? Where do we go from here? Because this moment just ain't about football. This is about life. And this is a tremendous life lesson. Let's learn from it. Let's learn from it and grow from it. The question is, guys, I'm going to ask you one last time. Where do you go from here? God bless.
It's great. I mean, it's so fortunate for them to have that guy leading the organization.
That was my thought. I can't believe it.
Everybody should have that person in their life, right? That when bad things happen, they look you in the face and go, where do you go from here? Right? Not like it's great. It's great to console and it's great to be there and let the person feel it. But you also got to have somebody, if it's not the same person, that's going to look you in the face and go, what happens now? What do you do now? And how can I help you take the next step forward? Because it's really all it's about.
He makes the parallel to life, which he's teaching young men that this ain't going to be the last time that you screwed up or that you have to deal with failure, which you speak about often. So he's saying this is a lesson, but he used my favorite saying. It is what it is, man. We didn't play well, man. We got humbled, which when you look at a whole room full of people, and he didn't go, you got humbled. He said, we got humbled. Me, all the coaches, everybody involved in this program read the newspaper, listened to the news,
Yeah, to like really dissect the speech, he calls everybody out. He says there's not a single one of you that can go out there and say that you played your best game and that you gave it all. And then he turned it back to us because really, realistically, he can't play the game for them. And so doesn't really matter about me today. There are plenty of things I can correct for you. You didn't do what you needed to do today, and that's on you as much as it is anybody else. But we are all a part of this humbling, and that's a real ability for a leader to call out individuals, but also include yourself in it, to not be the finger pointer and not be throwing people under the bus. That's really just understanding how to lead people and how to communicate it. And it was really well done.
So you've worked in organizations, and we've talked about this before, where that didn't happen, where you got this.
Yeah.
You didn't do this and you didn't do that. And I'm in my tower and, it's all smells really good up here and all the food tastes good up here, but you didn't do it. The humbleness that he brought to that conversation, wasn't yelling, wasn't screaming, just kind of, he's
the best at it. Like I just to dislike him is just absurd. It's absurd.
really
It's an
not.
absurd thing
Right,
because whether you don't like his confidence or you don't like his swagger or whatever, it's backed up by that humility. He's able to walk this spectrum of confidence and swagger and ego, but match it with humility and humbleness and servant leadership that is one of a kind.
Yeah.
And so to be able to take little lessons from him and try to emulate and do what he does, he's just a constant reminder of the way it should be done.
Yeah, I'm grateful that we have social media, so I get to learn from afar. You know,
Right.
unless you were years ago, unless you were in the program, you never heard. I mean, nobody heard of Nick Saban's shit all the way along because there was no social media. There was just no way. I was fortunate because I was close to him,
Right.
and before that, Shula, you know, and Wansa. I was listening to that stuff, going, "That's really good." That's it, you know. So now everybody, you know, can do it, can take it. Awesome job. Very grateful for him. Let's play some motivational music for this beautiful Monday in fall, and then we'll get to some Thanksgiving traditions.
Now these country music singers always been a real close-knit family. Lately some of my old kinfolks disown some other boys and me. I guess it's because I kind of changed my direction. Lord, I guess I went and broke their family tradition. And y'all may want to know, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Over and over, everybody made my prediction. So if I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a family tradition.
Michelle P says it. Nothing like some Bo Cephas.
Oh, Cephas, man. That was part of my tradition to you. I turned you on to Hank Williams Jr. Most people know him as the Monday Night Football guy. But
I mean, mom loves Hank Williams Jr. Like, mom is a huge Hank Williams Jr. fan, and George Jones, and like old country, and just a great song, you know, and really cool, great timing for this week and what family traditions everybody has.
So there's some crazy ones. You know, there's people are nuts. You and I don't have so much of a tradition yet because you and Jake were coaching football,
right? And like for me, you know, we had Thanksgiving every year, and we did it every year, and we had somewhat of a tradition, particularly with mom and what grandma would make and stuff like that for Thanksgiving. Right. But I would say once I left for college, that created a 14-year span where we were practicing. We still had Thanksgiving as a team, and we still did things as a team. But like when you woke up on Thursday, you got up in the morning. We had staff meetings 7 a.m. Like Thanksgiving was not a holiday at all. It was a work day, and then you were going to go spend time with family. So it's cool now to be in a place where, hence the reason we're getting a new house. We have so much family. We have so many people who want to be a part of the holidays together. We're so blessed by that. We need more space, and trying to create more and more traditions for us to carry on every year.
Well, so we had some traditions. You know, we used to. I used to fly to see one of you guys. You know, that was kind of fun for years. Then you were out of football. We went to go see Florida State, which is a Thanksgiving tradition.
Yep.
What traditions come to mind for you? My tradition now, and it has been for the last 5 years, is I follow Helen to New York, and we spend it with her two boys who actually work.
I mean, the number one thing that comes to my mind on Thanksgiving is a turkey sandwich, right? Like turkey, mashed potatoes, some cranberry, some gravy, on a nice like Hawaiian bun or a biscuit, whatever you got for the bread. But like that to me is like numero uno. I would say number 2 is probably some kind of football.
Yeah.
Partially because I practiced for 14 years and we worked. But prior to that, being a kid and going out in the backyard and throwing the football and playing the Thanksgiving game outside, like there's got to be some kind of football involved. Those would be my top 2.
Look at Jonathan Aarons. He's right. I mean, that was a tradition, but Greg hits it because I remember John Madden and Pat Summerall.
Summerall and the turkey leg.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that was, all of the awards and all of the shit.
They're Duncan.
I will tell you, I am not a Macy's Day Parade guy.
Yeah,
like, I don't care.
am.
It's not part of the
am.
tradition for me. That doesn't really get me.
You grew up here, so it's a TV event for you. I grew up going to it.
Right.
The first year that Helen and I went to New York, I said, I am absolutely going to the parade. And we had a blast. Now, it's not, it doesn't have the same charm. It's, but it is fun. I mean, it is definitely, it's cold. It's great. For me, the greatest tradition of all is a nap. It's a midday, so I agree with you. It's definitely
gonna need a nap with the 8:20 kickoff for Dolphins.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, that's late for Thanksgiving. So
what are you drinking on Thanksgiving? We're drinkers, right? Like we're drinkers. What are you drinking on Thanksgiving? What's the drink of choice? Jameson?
Dark.
You go whiskey?
I go dark, yeah.
I think it's gonna be a big wine day for us. I got a feeling we're gonna plow through some
I'm
bottles
glad
of
you said that. Because if you're looking for a holiday gift when you go visit somebody, Pizza Hut is selling tomato wine.
No, do not bring that as the gift here. You'll get sent home with that.
The wine is meant to taste like pizza.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
Some crazy shit. So anyway, I don't know that there's, Black Friday for sure is one. Some people do the turkey trot, but it's a wonderful time. This is it for you.
This is it for me. You will be back tomorrow finishing the gratitude week with Jake. We'll be off on Wednesday. There'll be a rerun played on Wednesday for you guys. Thursday, there'll be no show. Everybody in Thanksgiving. And then Friday, there'll be no show. Enjoy the weekend and go get your Black Friday deals and sales. And then we will see you guys next week to kick off December.
Oh, see, Tom Nolan's my man.
Yeah, dark wine, dark whiskey for Turkey Day.
It's going to be 30 degrees. I'm going to be in New York. It's going to be 30 degrees. There's nothing like Jameson.
Jonathan Aaron says cab for me. There'll be plenty of cab had on Thursday. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. I'm incredibly grateful for this show, for this audience, and for you guys. So thank you for being a part of our community and part of our family. I will see you guys next week. Let's get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.